All right, good people of the internet. It's probably around August, July you're watching this, but I'm making this in June. So yeah, I will be going on vacation soon, so I decided to record some videos for you guys on the YouTube. I'll probably be streaming from home, but it's very hard for me to upload games from home. It's just an impossibility. So I just been playing this. I'm trying to prepare a bit for the tournament on this weekend. Same list I've been playing really. Only change I made is I got one Hearse for one Relic of Progenitus, just to try it. Next iteration, I'd like to cut one Worker for a third Patchwork. I haven't been super convinced about the Relic. I think the Morktide match, I lost the game first match to Morktide. I didn't record it because just stupid. But the Morktide matchup, I mean, the last game, it was pretty insane. I lost turn one Ragavan. I didn't have a one. I had a one drop. I played it. They got bolted. Hit me with Ragavan. I cast my Hangover Walker. Counterspell. Alright. Hits me with Ragavan again. Cast another Hangover Walker. Counterspell. Hits me with Ragavan again. I also miss land drops. Hits me with Ragavan again. Plays Ledger Shredder. I play a Walking Ballista. Dress down. And then I cast a Iron Ravager and he has a third counter spell. And then from there, they still had 5 cards in hand. They even casted my own Walking Ballista. She just got ugly real quickly. Yeah, Ragavan is a good card. Definitely. Especially with this counter spell decks. I mean, it's just pretty crazy. One mana is sometimes all you need. And sometimes when you get basically, that Ragavan dealt me like 10 damage until I could Traverse it with a Construct. And yeah, that was just obviously not good. But let's see, we want to know. So on 1, this hand is unkeepable, sadly. One more line. Okay. Well, I think if I go 0-2, I'm going to drop just because the 0-2 bracket is sometimes not the best practice. This hand is very good if we didn't have to mulligan. I give the hang of it just because it works really well with Ravager. I've been happy with the deck, Sometimes you get bad beats, sometimes you mold. I think I also mold in the matchup versus Morta. I know it was... Yeah, I moved to 6, and it was a kind of a weak 6, but I was like, man, if I go to 5 and my opponent had the hand... I mean, basically, no hand beat, but my opponent did there. My opponent moved to 6 too, so it's very fine. I mean, it's another Mortite gamer. I really like drawing this Welding Jar. Welding Jar is such a tempo card. It's amazing. I am not leaving the house with less than 4 Welding Jars. It could be that we are not able to make a construct next turn, but it should be okay. If they bold on my Welding Jar, I cost them 1 life. It comes. This is a play pattern I've been seeing more and more opponents doing this. Spread with direction turn 2. No, Ragavan dashed. Right. I mean, that's not the same dash Ragavan. This must be the drop for the turn, right? Because there's no point. They can cast the steerings. Sometimes. They actually cast the steerings, amazing. They actually have a fail rate, but no. They find land. Yeah, we dash back. I'm gonna play a Ravager here. So I'm gonna attack with a Hangovac. Deal them 2 damage. And then I want to play around, this way I can play around Bolt and Holy Heat, right? So I can do this. And then go. It's going to be I'm going to cast at the steering, actually. So by doing this, I play around Bolt, I play around Holy Heat. I don't play around Triple Bolt, I guess. Okay, that's the Spiral of Canal. That's a Ragavan. We don't care about that one. It'd be awesome if my opponent actually used their mana here, but they are not. I have 1 red spell. Alright, so I'm very close to getting the Ozil, I think. I may have dress down here. I really don't see the reason why you would do it now. I really don't. I mean, it's fine. We can just hit them with the Ravager. I of course cannot get the last here. Just gonna get an Ozolis. And yeah, it means that we cannot really use our mana at all, but I'm gonna just attack them with the Ravager. I mean, if they had waited, I would have casted the Hangerlock, maybe. Maybe not. But yeah. And this matchup is super popular. So that's a land. They have 5 cards in hand. No Delirium. They're one type away from Delirium, right? So I think I don't want the actually don't want the Rywan to die. So I'm just gonna block it and sack. Again, no Delirium, so alright. I think I could play the Patchwork actually here. So this is gonna be, or I'm just gonna play the Hangover. Let's go. We did dress down in response or counterspell probably. I mean, I could go for it by stacking here. I don't think there's a point in doing that. Maybe I get to play the Patchwork just to... Let's see, my opponent fetches, they're dead. Right, but... And they still have this Fiery Islet. Weird game. Multi 5. Opponent taps. They don't cycle this, they don't fetch. They fetch on their upkeep. Weird. Why would you just not fetch there and... like you have 3 cards in hand. They have potentially 2 more cards in hand with the Fiery Islet. I mean, they do not have the... they have Delirium at the moment. Now they have Delirium. May I just get hit by Ragavan? Like, who cares? 3. I go to 3 life. They're getting to a point where I think they will cycle this, right? Or they made it Mortite me. 3 cards in hand. They check my top deck? No, they check their own top deck. They only have a... Okay. Just like that. I guess they must have an Otawara. That must be the card they have, right? Yeah, you can Stirrings again. They've taken 2 Stirrings off the top. 2 cards in hand, they're drawing a card. Yeah, as I said, they must have an Otawara here. Let me just Charmer. Draws 2 cards. Wow, this whole sequencing has been really weird to me. As a Mortite. There's a jumping block Mortite, so it's not the biggest deal. You can play Patchy. Yeah. You can also draw Walking Ballista, you know. I think I'm gonna play the Patchwork. No, just gonna play the Fingerback. The Hangerback is so good. Alright, now you got a Chump Blocker opponent. But then my opponent also being at 2 life, having only 1 red source. Kind of brutal for them too. I mean, they can draw charms and stuff, but yeah, they still have 4 card types, incredibly. The 4 card types is way too easy to accomplish. It's pretty crazy. Iteration is a card that allows sometimes people to come back or just to concede. All right. One thing I realized is this matchup is not about sideboarding. Like, the less I sideboard, the more I win, I think. They won this, and I won this, and I won this too. So these are the only cards I won. Then I can get 2 workers. They're not too good. And then I can cut 2 patchworks on the draw. And then on the play, I bring back the patchworks, cut these members. I think worker is probably our weakest card in this matchup, right? So I think that these members are good. It can kill the shredders. It can kill the monkeys. But patchwork on the draw can be... Oh, this is good. I think I like this hand, honestly. Even though it has, like, double losses. I want to try the Hearse. And it has an Ursa Saga, so... You know, this hand is kind of bad against turn 1 monkey, but it's very good against everything else, so... This is not the line they want to play turn 1. I like how this bubble just appeared like this. Is it more taking track of these things? My opponent does not have a turn 1 play. Maybe I have Spell Pierce, but it's actually really great if my opponent has a Spell Pierce here. You know, we have a second Ozolis. I don't really need to Welding Jar right now, so I can easily just unlicense here next turn. Like, even if they go Shredder here, oh, they probably have Counterspell, right? In that case, I can Steerings. I don't need to play into the Counterspell. Maybe I don't have it, but I kind of want to use this. Yeah, this looks good. I think I'm just gonna play the Saga and pass here. Like, this plays around their Counterspell very well. If they're playing this game of holding up Counterspell, I'm gonna play the game of not playing into the Counterspell, right? You can easily just play this as a red source next turn. And, oh. DRC. They still have a counter. So yeah, we're gonna play this as a red source. And we're just gonna play the Welding Jar. I should actually play the Welding Jar, there's no reason not to. Again, just playing and making their mana awkward here. Whenever we slam these, they will lose the Lyrium in the spot. They obviously have a counterspell. They've been holding that for a while. They could have Dress Down too, but that's fine. We can also get a Relic. So I have it in my hands. If they attack, I'm making a construct and slamming. They can steal these, but that's also fine. Could also probably get us a Vase. Oh, that's a kind of one. Good, nice roll. I'm just gonna make, you know, I'm not in a rush. So if they have Dress Down, they have Dress Down. They probably have Dress Down, right? Or Charm or something like that. Shock. I'm gonna get Zavas, play this as a red source, and hit them. So if they try to steal, I will counter. I could actually save this guy by sucking the Zavas and putting in the counter here. How big would it be? It would be 1/1 only. This would be... that would be... I could save it. I got to just pass. I didn't see a lot more rest on off their decks. Maybe bold. 2 cards. I think let's do it. We still have the Ozolis, right? So the counters are not like super lost. Maybe bold in response. That'd be hilarious. You know, with the counters, actually, they don't die. with the people. And I mean, we could trade. I'm trading actually. Still only 2 card types. They took the damage. Now they have 3 card types, so now they need to attack. Most likely, I'll play Scale, see if they counter it, hers. Interesting is happening. Fire the islets. E is very good. They can E for 0 and kill this. Probably take the sorcery and the enchantment, right? So they're playing that. Alright, this second scale. So let's play scale here. So I'm gonna go ahead, put the counters here. Fire damage is a lot of damage. See? Does it work? No, they had a counter, bro. So they had the counter spell all along. But we still have this guy hanging out. We have the hang of a. We can draw a Ballista. They let the double scales resolve, so unless they have a Young 1, should be fine. I think on the draw complete changes this dynamic, right? Not expressive iteration. Man, this card is so messed up. Like, no wonder this was banned in Pioneer. 2 mana draw 3. Pretty strong. That's a turn. I don't think this is the card I wanted to pick up there, I guess. I can always see here. I'm gonna attack them first, obviously, because, you know, life will matter. I should play the second skills first. They're giving 1 extra point of damage. Just attack here. I have a feeling my opponent is gonna play the, like, activate the AE now. Get the counters. I mean, they can steal it, and that's kind of game over, but that's just life with this matchup sometimes. Holy shit, subtly. Start the counter spell. Alright, I mean, I think we can top this. I can even, like, you know, put counters on the Ingmas and hit them. Hopefully not a young 1, that'll be kind of... Because the Ingmas is like a 2-turn clock, right? They could also have Mark Diet here, I guess that's what they have. It's only a 7/7. This will be 5/5/6/6. Oh, that's not so good. And second DRC, Jesus Christ. That subtly was pretty brutal. We're doing this hangout, maybe I should put it on the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, next turn this is kind of lethal. If they have a counter spell, we're kind of toast here. Or removal spell, obviously. So this can eat these. With another removal spell, they can cycle this for removal spell. So this is 10 damage. You're gonna have like a lot of cards that kill us here. Yeah. Alright, it happens. See this matchup, man. Like it's been a struggle recently. Not a struggle, but it's tough. I really don't know, man. This relic is just so god awful. I guess if we could keep this graveyard down somehow. But yeah. We have patchwork, we're keeping this hands, even though it doesn't have a 1-drop. Even the play and the draw is just super different. Yeah. Play or draw is like a massive difference here in this matchup. I think it's like so noticeable. Deep sea. It's not a how you call it. You could draw scales here. Ah, that would be a fantastic draw actually. They got counter spell, but hold. I have a ballista, right? I mean, I have a second ballista, so I'm just gonna play this one out. I like to ping this guy. It's gonna attack, and I like to ping this guy. Alright, they didn't have a counter spell here, which is interesting. They probably have Consider or nothing. Okay, it's also fine. I guess I can have Bolt for 3 mana. But still, you know, that taps them out. Oh no, specific iteration, that's nice. That's very good for us. Unlicensed Hairs would be the best one in the deck right now because it would almost be game over, I think. Right, they can consider. You can play Hangabug and Ravager here. You can play this as a red sword, I think. Ooh, this is a nice one too. We don't need to. Yeah, we can make the decision later, right? So let's just play Hangabug. You know, next turn we can use our mana more efficiently. We play the Hangabug now because we can tap it for. Now this way, this one is not dying to Bolt. So we can tap it, like draw a card, like stuff, and sorry, we can tap it and, you know, basically cast this for X equals 2. Have like a very nice board. It has 8 cards in hand thanks to the specific iteration. Dress down. Do you guys think they have 0 E on 0? Is there any? Yeah, I'm gonna. Alright, so this is gonna be. Sure, you know, do think. The Dresden, what a card. I think Dresden not drawing a card would still be pretty strong in skills. I guess they can bowl the Ravager now. That just happens. I mean, we're on Holy Kid. It's fine. Alright. Not the worst, I mean. Oh, shit. I think we can play this as scales, right? Like, this is a green source. What I like to do about this play here is that we actually cannot get stolen our Hangawag anymore. And next time we can cycle this for 2 cards. And we're showing for 7, you know. So if my opponent tries to steal a Hangawag and ping it. Or they try to bolt here. And you know, next time drawing 2 cards. I mean, I think, dude, I'm gonna put back the second really clear in my deck. This card is insane. Like just now, look at this. Just drawing 2 cards next turn. I mean, how game breaking that is to have this kind of board presence, have this kind of mana efficiency where I use my mana every single turn, and on top of that, another special iteration. I mean, E on 0 does things, but they all start at 6 life. You know what I mean? I think I should play a third Patchwork. I've been maybe not playing it so as much as I should. You know, like next turn they're in a pickle because let's see if we never drew one. Okay, my opponent just gonna see it. Yeah, it's so different, man, when you have a Patchwork in your opener. Maybe I shouldn't be cutting Patchwork even on the draw. Maybe I just been sideboarding wrong. Maybe I shouldn't even bring in Dismember. Fuck it. Just we have workers, we have Patchworks. I should just bring in the hearses and that's it. Maybe even cut streams on the draw. That's the only thing I see myself cutting on the draw. His mana efficiency is so important in this matchup, especially. I mean, this is fine. I mean, streams for land. Shiny Psyduck. Almost a 5. Maybe my bonus on Tron. Streams for a spell. And then go Patchwork on 2 and double spell turn 3. Obviously, we draw scales. This hand gets expansion more crazy. Okay. I think we should have a third Patchwork maybe in the deck. I mean, Worker is good, but that's Mold to 5. And they have Stomping Ground. And they have Ragavan. Search for... Oh, it's a shift. Titan shift. Alright, we need the fast clock, people. So let's steerings here. Saga is good. Ozolis is good. Thing is, with the Saga, it's kind of like finding an Ozolis, but we don't need to spend mana on it. You know? Alright. I mean, I would say the fastest they kill is turn 4. So they can go like turn 3 Dryads, turn 4 Scapeshift. But they also need 7 mana for that, right? So yeah, I guess it's possible. Depends on how much RAM they have. They only have 3 cards in hand, right? So they got Renancies, but they don't have a thing. I think here it's a good idea to play the Patchwork anyway, just to play around Bolt on their turn. Sorry, the Welding Jar. So here, of course, if you draw scales on turn 3, it's much better to have not played the Welding Jar. But in my opinion, we should be playing the Welding Jar. I think I'm gonna play the Saga and just cast my spells, you know. But on turn 3, I'm gonna stream try to find a Ravager, play Hangavak, play... Alright, so my opponent most likely has Bolt. Alright, that's a Saga. Right, let's play these. I don't think they play Force of Vigor in the sideboard at all. So we play the Patchwork. So maybe we could save this to see if we draw scales, but if my opponent has Lightning Bolt, they can use it on their turn to actually kill my Patchwork, and that's not so good, right? Whereas right now, my Patchwork is just completely protected. We get to Strings plus Hangavak next turn, and we try to put a lethal attacker turn 4. I think that's as fast as it goes, right? And we have a Patchwork, so it's kind of I mean, they have 4 cards in total, like 3 mana. And they can find a Dryad. They cannot kill us this turn. And I mean, next turn is a bit difficult for them to kill us too. Can happen, but I guess they can have Balakuts. So they can have Dryads, 2 Balakuts. Dryad, Balakut. So they can have Dryad, Balakut, fetch lands. Then life gets a bit difficult. Because then they get 12 damage there. So that's a Dormant Mind. That's a nice card. This is a nice improvement to this deck. I like it. Now they can wish for an Inches Claim, but they need to cast it on the spot. That's their turn. Basically the whole turn. That's a good draw. That allows us to kill them next turn. So it's kind of steering first here, we're fine. That's a good draw. I'm not thinking I'm gonna play it right now. I can play these and play Angela, you know, the Ravager is safe and sound in hand. Here they can still have lightning bolt, so we're gonna not f6 for line for the thing. They can always have lightning bolt. I think they have lightning bolt. We are waiting. So they can bolt here, pay the tax, and then we welding jar it, and then they basically, you know, out of resources here. Also, you know, they only really kill you with escape shift if you are below 20, which they could do. I guess they could lightning bolt me. I mean, yeah, they have 3 lightning bolts. 4 lightning bolts are in their deck. So my opponent taps out here. They didn't cast a single spell last turn, so they must have like slow spells. They could have alright, that's a fetch land, and they pass again. Again, they need 2 more lines to escape shift me. Or a drive with Valakut. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to go for it here. Yeah, I think we're not gonna make a construct. It makes no sense. I think because we could try to go for it, but it's relatively hard to play around double bolt. We can play around 1 bolt though. So get an Osleys. No, we can't really play around 1 bolt. Sack. Put the counters here. I guess we can sack this guy, but yeah, this is so risky. And I don't think, you know, my opponent can really realistically kill me here. So let's play this. So I can play Ravager. Should I play the Worker first, maybe? Mm-hmm. I mean, I could definitely make this guy a lethal. I mean, they don't. Could make this guy lethal, right? Potentially lethal, at least. Because now. So now we got 7, 8, 11. That's lethal, right? So what we're gonna do is, I don't think there's 2 things. They need to block here, basically. I'm gonna put the counters here. I'm gonna attack with this guy. They need to block it. They don't block, they're dead. Because they need double lightning bolt, basically. And there's no way they can double lightning bolt. Alright, so they're blocking. But we have to go, I think, and do this. You know, next turn we have the main lethal attackers plan. And we still have a well injured. They didn't use their mana. Maybe they can Titan me here. But they're dead if they Titan me to the Ingmas. And just to the beats, really. Guess the worst is Dryad, Valakut, but still, I still like, you know, this has call it. Titan Shift, eh? I mean, I think it. Titan Shift. What is Titan Shift playing? I haven't played the match in a long time. Why is John so popular according to? I mean, I can only expect them to be playing the wheel cooler. Opponent got some seated. Let's gonna see what are they playing. So they play one Flame Slash, Endurance, Escape Shield. I have one claim, man, they have nothing on the sideboard for us. So this is the least I'm pretty sure I'm playing against. They have 4 Lion Bolts, 4 and 6s. None of these matters at all. Only the one off Nature's Claim. I don't think they're, I mean, if they're being in Chalice, whatever. I think killing the Dryad is our only, like, important stuff, you know? That's the only kind of thing we are kind of worried about. Not too sure about Gembrazer. Gembrazer seems a bit whatever. We could bring in Pithing Needle for Ran 6. That seems like a good idea. No relics, no cages. Tamiyo also doesn't seem that good. Dismember for the Dryad seems okay, but life costing you life is kind of brutal. So I think we can go like this. You don't need a lot more sideboard. I like the Wilding Jars. I like the Patchwork too. They don't really have that much removal. I think we can just cut 2 Steerings because this matchup is a bit of a going fast. I know 1 Worker. And we just keep bringing this little interaction here. I mean, they only have like... I mean, I guess we could dismember a Titan, but basically the point is to give yourself a 20 life. Wow, this is a hand. We're drawing quite a few non-landers. It's kind of weird, but whatever. We keep this... Put a Hangarlock back, right? We have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a Ravager. I like the Welding Jar, I like the Lions. I think I prefer the ones of us than the 1 Ravager. But Sechu, they play only 1 also. So that's probably not the line they want to start against. Because this is indeed very good against us. To play with Sechu. Oh, that's a nice one. Now the question is, do we... I don't think I'm supposed to play Zavaz out here. Because my opponent runs in 6, because I think I'm just not supposed to wait actually. Do this and pass here. Because if they ran on 6, this is quite the beating to play Zavaz and get it killed. That's a good. Sure. 2 Ram spells is a bit scary. Like, let's main turn 4 Titan. Alright, so Patchwork. They could Lightning Bolt it and kill it, so I'm gonna play the Welding Jar, not be super greedy, and go. I mean, the best would be a land next turn, I think. So you could just kind of go in. Yeah, I mean, I'm still at 20 life, as I said. So 7 lines don't kill you. Only 7 lines with a Dryad kill you. But now they can, even if they're Lightning Bolt, I think drawing a line would be excessive. It's a bit super nice. 24 lands, guys, so close forest. Oh, nice lands. Randomly. This is nice. I like this one. I like forest that depicts something, like a path. I like this one a lot too. This is probably my favorite forest at the moment. Kamigawa. It's like so underrated too. If it was not for the other forests that were printed like this full art forest, this would be like... So here we have 2 options. I think the best one is to go Scale the Vast. Everyone does not have a fetch land. Everyone's thinking about it. Scales of Us or Scales Hangavak. If my opponent does have a... And Lightning Bolt doesn't work because we have the Welding Jar, man. I should have a third patchwork, I think. Alright, let's see. Reds. Mayday Wishful Lands. Alright, 6C. Also very nice to have played the Welding Jar to play around this. They have not played the fetch land, so Sakura. So it looks like they're missing land drops. They have not played the fetch land. Maybe they minus on me, so they can escape shift me. But that would be kind of a important play, right? So they get 5 lands here. If they find a fetch land next turn, they're still on bet. I'm still on bet. I think I'm gonna attack the Ran though, just because. I mean, they're probably blunt block anyway, right? See, I told you we were gonna do this. I think they're missing a land up here, almost for sure. Oh no. Okay, so they have 6, 7 lands. So actually next turn they can kill me. They have Wish into Escape Shift, which is I have to have a Nature's Claim, so I could draw Nature's Claim and not die. It's like a second. We draw a Saga. There's not really any way to win here, I think. I think we lost if my opponent has land escape shift next turn. Like land wish, they can kill us here. Maybe have force or bigger. That'll be a thing. So it's good to play Saga first, right? So they can force it if they want. If they have force or bigger green spell, then I'm kind of happy. Play this guy. Yeah, this is strong. If I don't have a Lista, I could be in a great shape, right? Because I could ping this guy, attack there, and basically make sure that I would not die to the minus here. Obviously, they still have to have the land, and they still have to have the wish, but it can happen, right? They play a lot of lands. They play 28 lands to be precise. I mean, we're definitely winning next turn. If we are not. Wonder why they're doing this. I mean, I think they maybe have the force of bigger here. So they get a mountain, they minus on me. They go to 18. They have land wish or die. That would be kind of hot, honestly. That would be kind of hot. Usage around 6. But we had a list, I would just ping this guy, kill these, and then we don't die. And that's actually kind of nice thing of our deck. I'm pretty sure some people will be playing this deck on the tournament I will be playing. So also the problem is if they, yeah. But basically it means that they need to find a land when they have not found a land yet. I wonder though how much interaction they can. They have Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Bolt again doesn't work here. But takes them 6 mana to Lightning Bolt this. And we can just scroll it out of Lightning Bolts. Oh. Man, this vintage cube looks pretty fun. I should get to play it at some point. What's the blind test this page? Oh, that tips. Man, I love this vintage cube that Will played. Mono green, man. It's funny to me like these like limited environments are a format, which is something I, you know, when I was like less experienced player, I never thought that this would be considered fun. All right, let's explore. That means that we don't die. That's basically, I mean, we're not dying here. We're 19, and they need 7 mana to wish for escape shift. So that is just a good sign. Well, that's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. They got Balakut. Balakut is potent. 2 cards in hand. They're not even plus in their hand. My opponent could have a lightning bolt here, but I doubt it. I don't think I even need to play this, right? I can just go. They could have Chalice. So this one attacks them, the one attacks Ren on 6. So we kill the Ren. So they need to block here, and then the Ren 6 dies. Because if I attack them directly here, so let's say I sack this guy, is 7 counters, I sack 9, I sack 11, 13. It's not lethal, right? So let's attack like this. This forces them to. They need to block here. If they don't block here, they're dead. And then if they block here, they lose the Ren and 6 that we don't die next turn, unless they have 1, 2, 3. They're missing land drops actually. They have 6 lands. So unless they have 2 lands, so they're dead. They should have plus the Ren. That was a big mistake. I mean, if they had plus the Ren, I would just put the counters here. I guess they can block and bolt, but yeah, I should put the counters here if they had plus the Ren. I was thinking next turn to look for a Ballista for the win. Man, my opponent's very slow gamer. I mean, Sketchy is like a deceptively difficult deck to play. Because it's like, you know, you have a kind of short window where you can win. So I hope I'm still being... They're blocking, that's correct. Right, so Ren 6 is down, Dryad is down. We don't need to do anything else with shield. We have still Wellinger, we have Saga popping that can find us a Nautilus or a Worker. They could have like Anger of the Gods, but it really does very little because we can just sack here and yeah. They could have Wish for Claim, Nature's Claim, but again, that doesn't kill us. They can just concede as well. You know, this matchup historically used to be pretty good, and now I think basically this list that they're playing is not, you know, this list I think needs Forza Bigger on the sideboard. Like even as a card you could just wish for, but it just seems that this very all in on beating the counter spells decks, like the Mortides, and the Chalices for the Cascade decks, obviously. And then this, you know, they have 1 endurance, basically. I mean, 1 claim, which it's not really that good. So I think that's the thing. I think that they could suffer a little bit from that. But man, Patchwork was so insane. Alright, so this hand is alright. We have turn 1 Auxilis. Or turn 1 Zavas, depends if my opponent goes Dragabano. My opponent moves to 5. This hand is, you know, on the medium kind of level of power. But it has like, you know, it has 2 drops, it has an Auxilis, so it can really, you know, this hand can kill turn 4. Alright, this is Ubzol spells. Maybe. But against a minus 5, alright, that's Ubzol spells, yeah. Could be in trouble here, peeps. Could be in trouble. I think we need to play the ballista and get to attacking. I mean, they could have another Spire Hazard thing. I mean, we could have just also just keep acting. Without but say shoes are good against them. I don't know if they even play like a basic land, just in case. It's like a Amorphous. Alright. We don't have Damping Sphere. Red. That looked like okay, that was just dead, right? Just gonna see their deck. You know, sometimes the opponent kills it on free. Alright. PI Ritual, Emery Skull, blah blah blah, Strike it Reach, Force of Soul. Right, so nothing too impressive. They just kill me. You know, good old turn 3 kill from them. It happens. So we have the two Sages, that's good. Cage, we definitely want the Pithy Needle for the Belcher. They haven't played against Belcher in a while. I don't really know what they're playing. So let's go to Goldfish and let's have a look at the deck list. Belcher. I don't think it's that popular nor that good, this deck, but it's actually very good against skills because we have no way to interact with it. So they have Blood Moons, Furies, Ley Lines, Forces. So I guess the Forces are like reason enough to play this. We can also protect our Pithy Needle. I don't see anything else I wanna do. You know, Chalice doesn't do anything. Gembrazer maybe can kill the lane line of Sanctity, but who cares? Or Dismember doesn't do anything. Void Mirror doesn't do anything. I'm playing 4 packs of negation, but that's all. It stops. Harris doesn't do anything. Rally doesn't do anything. Case doesn't do anything. So I think these are the 3 cards we want to be playing. I think Patchwork is surprisingly good in this kind of matches because it's kind of fast. And got the steering, so steering can find the Pithy Needle or worst case scenario, but I think we don't have a lot of time. I'm cutting 2 workers. I want the Patchworks because Patchwork is relatively fast and it doesn't die to Force of Vigor or Fury very easily. So, you know, it's a way to hedge against those. These are good cards. Hopefully we draw another one. Basically, you can Stone Rain your opponent with issues. But also, it's not important to also not miss land upset. So I go scaled and hope to. I mean, we can do this a bit later. Okay, mine has moved to 6. It would be unfortunate if I don't find mine. That's a very good draw, actually. So we're just gonna play the Hangaback first, and then next time we can play the last, hold up Boseiju, and then Boseiju them against it. My opponent doesn't have Force of Vigor, I think. They could have Force of Vigor these 2 cards. Which means I should have played these first, right? Alright, so this is actually a good draw. We're gonna play one Zabas. I'm gonna play second Zabas. Keep these counters here. This is just a faster clock, right? And on the draw step, we're gonna Boseiju. I think most of their spells are red, right? So might as well Boseiju the red land. We have a legendary, so we can just wait on their draw step. I don't think they can kill us here. Yeah, they don't even tap it for mana. Yeah. This is a relatively fast claw. We have a Welding Jar backup. We can even draw 2 cards next turn if we don't draw anything. Even if this dies, like another Zabaz or a Worker is lethal here. I know Worker's maybe not the most lethal card, but Nabo Sage would be awesome. It's a bit bad that we play this as a red, so we should play it as a green source. But make them fine. I don't think they can really kill us next time. I don't think they have anything, but let's just try. So this is 8 damage. That's lethal. Alright, we killed on turn 4. And Bosage the land. Cool. Alright, this is a good plan, I think. On the draw, maybe I don't want the patchworks. They're a bit slow and clunky, and we still instead want the workers just because they allow for faster kills. Man, Zavaz like making Bosage cheaper is so crazy. I should play the land as a green sword, so I had the ability to steerings for Bosage. Maybe I should have the 4th steerings. Oh, look at this. Bosage again. I think we're keeping this hand, right? I mean, we have Saga. I should pick up like the other like promo Bosage, because I have one promo, one not. Bosage Hunters. It's currently 43 ticks. Jesus, well, but they sell for very much the same, right? So guys, I don't know how much this looks so much better to me than this. Like this is just so deep. I really like this style. So my opponent has multi 4. They can still kill you, and I can only really do the thing on turn 3, but no need to play the Force of Vigor here. I wonder if I should not play the... I mean, if they have I mean, can they kill us next turn? No way, right? How could they kill us? They have... Land, Ritual. Land, Ritual gives them 4 mana. Iron Crack, that gives them 7 mana. Right, so they go land, they go, that's 3 mana. They Ritual for 4 mana. They Iron Crack, yeah. So I think we need to Bosage them here. Our clock is a bit slower for it, but I think it's still fine. We also, I mean, there's a very little chance my opponent. Maybe I'm playing Force of Vigors here. All right, that's actually pretty brutal. Should not play that. Okay, my opponent has one kind hand though, so we're just gonna pass. And next turn we can Bosage them. Play the second Saga. They shock. They can recross the paths. That's 0 cards in hand. So maybe we got a dead here. Then should I play Saga on 1? And then play any lane, and then... Yeah, maybe that would have been better. We play Saga on 1, and then we Bosage on 2. Yeah, that would have been much better play, actually. With Saga on 1, if they force it, they force it. Yeah, maybe that would have been the play. So now they're trying to get a pile. They have 0 cards in hand. 0/0. So they want to stack it so they can... Put it in the bottom of the library. So now the card in hand is... So now basically they have it. So Reforge the Soul is on top. And draw 7 cards, right? But if I kill this, they don't have a Reforge the Soul. So I can do this on the draw step, right? They must have Reforge the Soul on top. That's the only way. So I can play... Let's play the Welding Jar. Doesn't really matter. Let's play this. And then on the draw step, I just kill this. Kill the red source. Because most of the deck is red anyway. They actually need to shuffle too. So we're just gonna play worker, play ballista here. My opponent has. I don't know if they have the for the soul, but they definitely don't have anything. I mean, we can still die here, but probably steerings or a nozzle could be good. I think this is actually a relatively fast clock. If we do this, you know, this actually increases our clock a bit. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the pitting needle. So next turn we can play the Hangaback. We have double welding jar to protect this pitting needle. So my opponent actually is kind of cool. My opponent force of vigors both welding jars. You can welding jar one welding jar with the other welding jar. And now they're drawing all the cards they had stacked on top, I think. But actually they had to shuffle, right? But whatever. All right, so we play. This is a red source, I believe. Just gonna play this 2/2. So this is 7/7. So it's a 2-turn clock. Yep. Boseiju endorse, guys. With a needle and all, we just got it. All right, all right. We got killed turn 3, but then Boseiju did the thing. Man, Boseiju is so good in this matchup, dude. Having the ability to you know, the goblin is just, you know, the Boseiju is just killing the red source there. They actually have to look red for the card. Says that player may search the library. So actually they shuffled, but then they shuffled, of course, and then they do whatever, right? So they don't have to search. Maybe they said no, and they said no. They kept drawing. They basically their stack deck, which is really bad. Obviously, we were lucky that it didn't have double red source, right? But that's what it is. Even though if you kill a land, even if they have double red source, they are like completely hellbent at that point because they don't have any mana. Like if they have 3 lands, they can play a land, Ritual, Iron Fang, and Char Belcher. So actually, we could have done it after they had Reforged the Soul. So they cast Reforged the Soul, you kill their land. So actually, no, you let them cast the Reforged the Soul, and then, yeah, I don't know, because then they get to shuffle too. I think this was good what we did. Nitrox. So we're playing on the draw, we're playing Nitrox. They have 60 cards in the deck. And this Belcher deck is an interesting one. Oh man, I think we can do better than these guys. This is just two drops, 5 lands. I think we can definitely do better than this. This is actually better. We can put a land back. We are on the draw. We have 24 lands. We have double welding jar. Just feels that keeping those kinds of lands without any enabler. Windstep Heat. Whoa, what's happening? Hallowed Fountain. Oh, it's a hammer deck. Alright, this is where we die, guys. This is where we die. So we die on turn 2. Nothing to do. I mean, we're not winning anyhow. We get the double welding jar against the hammer time. Saga. Wow, this game is looking so tough. Alright, opponent. This game is looking omega tough. They got a hammer. They hit us. Alright, so we have double welding jar to chump. That's nice. Dismantle. Maybe should grip it here. Interesting. Alright. So we basically are in the how do you call it? In the Ravager waiting room. I play both welding jars and pass here. I mean, obviously they have double hammer. Probably we're not beating it, right? We probably want to block here and accept the one hammer. Maybe want to block here, force them to hammer, but then they hammer here. I think if they have double hammer, we don't. Seacrom goes, they have 3 guards. If they have double hammer, we probably don't win, guys. It's difficult. Shit. Alright, so they do have the double hammer, but they need to, we can, basically means they need to, I'm not gonna ping it because if I ping it, in response, they play their hammer, right? That means they need to, the problem is they get a Shadow Spear next turn and we die. So, I don't know how we beat them here. I guess we drive them by drawing Boseiju. Once again, Boseiju. Oh, they got the Shadow Spear. That's a difficult spot, guys. So if I attack with that, I will block it. I mean, they will equip it here, right? But I think we win by drawing Boseiju here. We wait for them to equip the second hammer here. And then we don't win, but we at least, you know, have a chance. We take a lot. Gosh. They have a crazy hand, and this is turn 3. Turn 3, guys. I mean, they had a saga. I mean, yeah. Alright, but it's fine. We have tools to beat them. I don't love Needle in this matchup. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. In Patchwork is a bit awkward, and we can kind of work it maybe. Yeah, I like steerings because games, if they're not going fast, they go long. You know, it's like if they don't go like this, so this just happen where my opponent just kind of like. You know, those things just gets especially on the draw versus those, like if your opponent goes what they did there, it's typically very difficult. We keep this. We have like all the tools really. I mean, we don't really need to play this auto list. We also steerings for a length. We also don't need to make constructs. So if we draw land, we have 2 draw steps to draw land, which should be pretty good. We need to be careful with them marching our Saga. That's a 0. Sorry. That's not the most aggressive start, which I like. They can still march our Saga here. We have a turn 4 kill here with a Ballista Ravager, so it's gonna chill. I want to defend here, basically. I want to defend, hope they top out, not hope, like. That's why I play the hang of, like, if they march it, is whatever. If they march this, is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. But, like, playing the auto list allows that, you know, if they march this, we get the thing. Pretty sure this is kind of Stormforge here. Or cheap or something. Maybe they go Cigadas 8 Hammer. I think if they go Cigadas 8, I'm gonna block it. They march, so yeah. As expected. But they don't march the Saga. Or I was like, fuck. I was like, they don't march the Saga. Or don't tell me. So that's a Dano Reborn. So we can do 2 things here. We can play a Reborn Ballista. Even ping this guy down. No make a construct. And then next time we can Yeah, probably that's the best line, right? So we just make sure to, you know, the most important thing here is not to die to like double freaking hammer next turn or something. So we actually don't even need to ping it now. Right, we can always ping it. No, that double hammer, we need to ping it now. If we want to keep the ballista alive. Yeah, let's do that. If we want to keep the ballista alive, we need to ping it now. We're more pretty good here. Here's the pine. Shell here, the draw cards. I think this is probably lethal. We can find as a vat, steerings for a rabbit, steerings for a basically anything. 2 cards in their hands. Nice. Probably gets a vase, scales. I mean, we get steerings, but there's not much we can find, right? I mean, let's see. This is going to be a 2/2, sack 4/4, 6/6. Yeah, that's lethal, right? Yeah. So there's no need to do anything else. Yeah. Also, then scales is a pretty crazy combo. I think it was good to kill the Ebert there. Just get rid of it. Playing the Hangalag first. Alright, they kill us turn 3, we kill them turn 4. This matchup is a bit like this sometimes. Like a lot of it's pretty one-sided games. Even though they had actually pretty good hands. I got steerings for the worker on the draw. Just I want to have like jumpers. And steerings me does so many color spells, it's get a bit worse. You can still find the Bossage and all, but I wonder which one is the nice looking one. This hand is still good. This hand is good. It just doesn't have any interaction, and sometimes on the draw that's not good enough. But I'm kind of like fine dying to turn 3, turn 2 hammer, turn 2 double hammer. There's very few hands that kill it, because you basically need to chump forever, and they eventually will find a Shadow Spear, right? Or like one of their 6 tutors for Shadow Spear, like Big Win Saga, like not 6, like 9 tutors for Shadow Spear, right? So I think this is fine. We're just gonna play the Grove Green, plays Ozolis, sorry, the Pathway Green, play Ozolis, play Hangawag, is just, defend. Alright, that's a good start for us. I think I shouldn't be cutting these Ozolis. I've been cutting it in some matchup, it's just not good. We should be careful with my opponents exiling my Saya with the marches. They have a thing. This ship is a gift, alright, so that's fine. They can do that. They can make construct, that's also okay. There are a lot of ways to deal with the Pity Needle if they play that. I guess they can even play the Shadow Spear. I guess they might have a... Alright, that's a great draw. So we're just gonna go here. Play the Hangawag. Hangawag is kind of a distraction. Like, a good blocker. I mean, if they have the... They have lands. I think they're plans to make constructs here. 3 cards in hand. Oh, no, they're not. You're still Paladin. Ornithopter. Alright, I think I need to get a Ravager down here for the simple reason that I could die. So they actually do not have... They will have Metalcraft, right? I can die to Double Hammer, actually. I can in fact die to Double Hammer. Any piece of interaction will win this game, but I don't have any. I think, though, what I need to do is sack this Avast, put the counters here. So then we have more counters on the Hangover Golker. You know, I mean, look, they have a Shadow Spear. They'll get a lot of life, that's for sure. But also will have like Double Ravager, and Double Ravager can get very crazy very quickly. They also could maybe just block. They could also have Pithing Needle here. Pithing Needle Double Hammer with that. Almost for sure. Yeah, they have the Needle. That's a bit yikes, honestly, because they can name the Ravager. Now they're gonna keep Shadow Peer. Oh, I have a Reality Chip. They even draw a card. But it doesn't really matter because they can play everything. I guess I'm gonna get as a Bass here. I mean, they haven't played a land, so they can play anything on top of the deck. I guess it's... sure. I mean, we can find... We have Claim, we have Boseijus, we have Gem Razors, right? They have the Cigar's 8. They have this. They equip. I think either killing this or this would be really great. Or this. You know, we have so many options. Oh. That's a person. I should have sacked that. Alright, so... I mean, they have a lot of mana next turn. A lot. We have the claim, though. Should we claim the chip right now? Now, we need to claim the Pithing Needle. So if I Pithing Needle... If I claim the Pithing Needle... Can I kill them here? Not really. I can force a Charm Block. Right? No, because they gain life. So... we can also make a Construct. Construct seems okay. We hold up the Nature's Claim. We could also play Ravagers. I think that's probably better, right? We just play Ravager. Then we just get these of us. Play second Ravager. We hold up the thing here. Because maybe they go for the kill on the... Oh, I should have tapped the Inmoss. That was a mistake. Alright, let's see what they do. Because if they have Hammer... Tap blind, that's a line for the turn. So they're gonna play more lines. So they have another line on top. What's it? They shuffle. So like they're gonna run out of mana, which is very important. I think we can probably kill them here. We can generate enough lethals. Colossus Hammer. Shadow Spear, the Ornithopter. Man, they attack with that. It's a good plan. Reality chip there. They don't have double like. So they don't have double hammer, right? They draw a card, but they have played the land. They don't have more mana this turn. Only like Paradise Mantle does anything here. Yep. And if they cast the Paradise Mantle, I'm gonna claim this in response. So I take 11. That's fine. Man, this draw of Dangerous Claim was so clutch. They could have just attacked with Pierce so far. GG. All right, for one, we lost to the guy. Well, you didn't see any losses, but all right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. This felt really good in general. I really don't know this relic. I mean, it's fine to have the flexibility to have like relics hers, but hers is so good. I'll try the third patchwork. This is a. I don't know about the hers, man. I think the hers is just good. It's much better against like Lavinia. Let's try the two herses again. So this is what I would do next, basically, which I'm gonna do in a second. This is all feeling relatively tight. The one other card that I'm a bit afraid is like this card should just be maybe a Roadside Reliquary. It came up this game where I could just ping the Giver Runes. It's only on time I drew it. It's also very good against like Ragavan if you're on the play. So it's worth having. It's just worth having, honestly. There's also a kind of a resurgence on Dryads. So I think I like this, the sideboard, the claim, claim here was just crazy. Crazy. Yeah. We obviously would have had to claim the Shadow Spear. I guess, no, not the Shadow Spear. Claim the Ornithopter, it might have had double hammer there, but of course, for double hammer, they need a lot of mana. So in general, I'm very happy with it, at least. I think it has the right amount of like removal and stuff. Yeah. So, if you guys like the content, guys, please like and subscribe. We went 4-1 and we lost only to Morktide. As I said, I didn't really get to record it. It was not a great game. It's kind of a brutal game where they just countered everything. It happens. All right, I'll see you in the next one, and take care. Bye.